Hey guys. I would like to do a reading today. I'm gonna do a little bit of Tarot Tuesday. Got my music on. If you don't know me, I get messages through music. Haven't done that in a while, but the music is back today. Just listening to what's on. The first card that came out is this commitment. I pulled it from Quantum Oracle deck. Look at how it's like glowing. Look at how it lights up. One little move can light up this contract. One move is lighting up a new contract in your life. So I feel like just the other day, 2 days ago, on March 10th, if you want to look back at the videos, I posted something about making a move. Like, you gotta make a move. You gotta just step forward. That decision, whatever that decision was, whatever that step that you took, 111 on my recording, even if it was just to attack something that you've been avoiding, or clean out that closet, or say that thing that you wanted to say, whatever it is, even if it was a big move, it activated a new soul contract on your timeline. Welcome to my house. I think for some of you, it's a literal move. Like you've been contemplating moving to a new area or something like that, or maybe possibly buying a house. And it's further down the road. It's further down the road, but it's almost like you activated the process towards that. Baby, take control now. We don't have to go out. Welcome to my house. For some of you, it feels like maybe either buying a house with another person or moving into their house. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Some of you are going to be moving soon, moving in with a partner. Mikasa is Sukasa. Yeah. It's moving in with somebody else. You have activated that with whatever step you've taken, decided on. If you haven't watched that video, go back and watch that video, because it may be that there's some kind of activation in that video for you too. If you're already with somebody, I do feel like there is like some sort of house purchase coming up down the road. Welcome to my house. And the soul contract, I think, is connected to work. Like you or they have activated a new connection where you get a new job and then you have to move to where that job is. Something about this new moon, this last one, has activated a new soul contract. So on both sides of it, it could be a romantic relationship, it could also be a job, but it is connected to another person as well. So if it's a new job, I feel like it's either you or your partner got a new job, got a new offer, decided to start a business, something like that. It's been activated. So I'm going to pull some tarot, see what else we got going on here. I would like to focus on those that are not with somebody who will be, it's like you're moving to their area. Knight of Cups in reverse. I just heard it's not who you think. It's not who you think, but it's not a new love either. But in order to get to it, you have to set your sights on your goal. It's like healing something from the past. Healing something from the past. This is a new kind of love that you've never experienced before. It's like telling a story right now. There is a situation that you're moving out of or did move out of in the past. Someone who didn't really care about you. Didn't really love you. They were there because of the charge, because of it was like a trauma bond. There was such a charge there, but they didn't have the capability, just so emotionally immature. That they weren't able to, it's like they kept you bound there. You're detaching from, like they were just attached. You guys were just attached. You're attached. Three of Wands in reverse. There's some sort of block to seeing what's coming your way. There's a block to seeing what's coming your way, or to even imagining. They're just showing me, like imagining living with someone. There's a certain level of intimacy that comes from, and vulnerability that comes from living with somebody and connecting with them on a daily basis and having them see all the parts of you. Like I'm just looking at my super messy desk here. And this is just my room. Keep it however I want. I don't love that it's messy. I would love the motivation to, but not feel bound by someone else's expectations that I can't stand this mess. You can't keep it this way. But my inspiration to straighten it up and make it neat, because that makes them feel better too. And I like to, make them happy. But in turn, it's like, I like it too. There's a certain level of shifting that has to happen from being alone, living alone, to living together. I'm listening to the song. I will wait for you. Oh, okay. So there's a little bit of sensitivity too in moving in with another person too, into their place, without feeling like an intruder, or you can just be comfortable and be you. I feel like there's a little bit of balancing that they have to do in order to allow in a new way of living, not just the way that they've been living in this house for however long they've been there, which is kind of a while. I will wait for you. Echo, what song is this? Mumford and Sons. I will wait. Oh, but it's like they're waiting for you. Like they built all of that for you, for that connection, for that relationship. I don't think that they know right now that it was you, but it's like, come in, make yourself comfortable, do whatever you want. You want a messy desk? Put your messy desk there. I made that room for you. I didn't know I was doing it at the time, but like, what is it? What is this place without you anyway? Right? I will wait. I will wait for you. They've been waiting a really long time for you. But I think that to you it feels really foreign to not feel like a burden to another person. Um, to let yourself just be it. I feel like you've kind of been used for a while. This energy looks like someone used you. They didn't really care about you. And they just really drained your creativity. And so you just kept manifesting more of that and more of that. But this is just different. This is a new way. This is a new kind of commitment, a new kind of soul contract. Though it doesn't feel like a new person, it feels like someone that you have known. It could be someone that you were with before in the past. Yeah, probably. Or who you always had a connection with, or who you're gonna recognize because you guys have been like passing each other on the street or something. It's like you've been around each other and you're gonna recognize each other. Now, this is like past life recognition too. You're gonna recognize each other because you're um, like, did your daughter do theater at this theater company up here? I think I remember seeing you like drop off or something like that. Like, yeah, they were in like all these plays together, and then you realize that your kids were in all these plays together, but you guys only really passed each other just briefly on the road. You made eye contact or something like that. Like, you recognize each other, but not really connect until you realize how many times you have inadvertently connected. So it's like you know them, but you don't really know them. And all of a sudden, there's going to be this like gush of just recognition and passion come back in again. It activates you. I feel like you're already on your way to that right now. There's something that you got. I need to get a camera where you guys can see the cards and stuff. This is all on one side over here. Very weighted down, very drained, very losing sight of passion, losing sight of goals, not caring about the right things because this other person is kind of in that energy and like draining you and wanting something else. It's like they were with you because you cared about them, but really they were wanting it to be someone else. So maybe you were just like comfort or something to them. They drained a little bit of your life force here. Look at all of that. Just all reversed too. And not that that's a bad thing always, but this feels really heavy. It feels very, your whole world is upside down. Their whole world was upside down for some reason. And they dragged you into it because you're a good heart. You dragged you into it. You dragged you into it because you didn't have focus either. And your world was kind of upside down and you needed something else to focus on. So you decided to focus on them. This one, man, really beautiful. Really lit up. Inspired. She's back. She's back in some kind of way. And, like, I never knew that this is how, like, you are getting poured into. You're so used to pouring into other people to try to get approval or whatever it is. This other person, like, you're totally pouring, very imbalanced. Totally pouring into them, but overly, too much energy poured towards this person. This one, it's like you're learning how to fill your own cup. You're learning how to like be of service. This commitment too is like the commitment to the contract of your own soul and your mission, and 1515 on my recording, how to express yourself, how to be of service to the whole, the collective consciousness, this world around you. It's like connecting back in with that side of yourself again brings in someone who, like, you just recently have made a decision to choose you in whatever way you did that. And you've chosen someone who has been leading up to that. They're just like, I've always been looking for someone who I could pour myself into. I've got all this stuff. I've been taking care of me, doing me for a really long time, and I thought that it was with this other person, and just, I feel like this other person, this one that you're meant to move in with, I feel like they're maybe with somebody else right now. Maybe even purchased that house, that place that we're talking about with another person, with a partner. And maybe they're in the process of realizing that that was the wrong partner, that they've been building all of this for a different vision, a different relationship, a different person. And it's okay. It's just like that was the season. But the passion is being reignited again in a new kind of way. Like finding the passion in pouring into other people, those that are able to receive it or open emotionally. But this time feels very measured. These two energies, I feel like, balance each other out very in a way you wouldn't think. You would think fire and water, or this fire and earth. Passion, drive, wanting to like express that, like being so inspired, but not impulsive. Like, all right, let's talk about that. Let's explore that. And she's like, oh, I have such a great idea. And he's like, all right, let me think on it a little bit. Let me see how we can kind of create the logistics around that. Let me put the numbers together. And meanwhile, she's over here like writing down all of her ideas. And he's like, I could probably do that. And maybe not that, but I could probably do that. And let's make that work. And it becomes this really grounding. These two energies just feel so, they balance each other out. You guys balance each other out in a way that's this, like, new. I just hear new. Renewed and new. It's definitely renewed. Seven of Pentacles on the bottom. Oh, and it's like this is the result of that. This is the result of these two energies coming together. Like, the pieces of the puzzle, the things that you've been working on, the things that he's been working on, or she, the goals that you've set, the life that you've been creating. There's just you keep coming up against these walls and these blocks right now because you're meant to do it together. And when it comes together, it's a really ripe time for the harvest, I just heard, for it to really work. There's a confidence in you that you're working on right now, building back up to this confidence in who you are, knowing who you are, pouring into yourself. And pouring into yourself means being of service, connecting with other people who are able to receive you, that allows you to come together into partnership. I do feel like this is like a business partnership too. September, not September, July. I heard September, maybe the time period from July to September is where this all starts to come together. Okay? I think I want to marry you. On the boulevard, we can go. Maybe that you meet them on vacation or something like that. It's very adventurous too, but it brings out this. Don't say no, no, no. Just say yes. Just say yeah, yeah, yeah. And we'll go. If you're ready. Like I'm ready. They're in the process of getting ready to be ready, to be ready, to be ready. But at some point, you're going to recognize that we're ready for that next thing and start building more together. So this is the 7 of Pentacles. Ideally, we're leading towards the 10 of Pentacles, 2112 on my clock, which is the time that I was born. Leading towards the 10 of Pentacles. So we've got the 3 of Pentacles that would lead us to that. So the 3 of Pentacles is all about partnership and connecting and building something and working, building something creative. Yeah, I really feel like this is like some kind of, it's a romantic connection and it's a business partnership too. Don't say no, no, no. I think that there is a certain level of like the way that you used to look at marriage, the way that you would look at, judge marriage or connection or relationships, like, oh, they don't even connect with each other. They don't even kiss. They don't hug each other. It's just like a business partnership. It's like a business relationship. And there's a little bit of judgment that needs to be taken away from that, because that's what this is also, but the passion is there too. Because you've recognized the power of that passion and how to elicit it because of this past. You recognize that boundaries are like a slow build when it comes to expressing your passion with each other, taking things slow, allowing yourself to connect, making that fire grow. It's going to be there full force, believe me. It's going to be there full force. But he's like, hey baby, I think I want to marry you. He's like, we're going to take this slow. All right. I love everything about this. If you have any questions or you want to explore your own situation, all my information is down in the box below. If you want, on my website, I do have like individual, like recorded. I could just record a reading for you too. I need to rearrange my website for sure. I need to redo the whole thing to offer services differently. But if you want just a recorded reading, I'll send you over a private link for it. The option for that is on my website. If you want to do one-on-one session, email me and we'll set something up personally where we'll do a live reading like this. Okay? Love you guys.